a number. Doing well. How are you? Oh, you're eating in a Mexican restaurant and still watch my... This one is 8B. I'm sorry, I don't speak that language. Either English or What's up, Tyler? Feeling sleepy? Yeah. Starting off cold. Throw that burning sensation. Very annoying. How did the graduation go? Like pretty nice event. Three a.m. Oh, did you drive there then drove home yesterday? You know, when I drove. Did you just come back by yourself, or? Just say the same. So is the kiddo on vacation now? What's next? Oh, she has to finish her classes. More like a format. So what's in the summer? It's the summer like a play mode, or it's like I need to go do an internship and ready to jump into the real world mode. The music department like game. She's still writing checks, or on her own now? So is staying with the program has a good potential for future employment, either the university or somewhere else? So going to help. This is her master program degree. Could be combine both of it. Bachelor. To get a TA job that would probably working for her master degree. I think eventually teaching probably need a PhD for college. Serious about I say she keep it. Yeah, I say only if the job that she wants requires it. And another thing is if there's someone's paying for the master. If she wants at the moment, we require the internship. Yeah, for me, I got both of my masters paid by the so my double E master, I use it all. My business master, I think it's useful, but it's certainly way too much for the price. So the program for the master degree was $50,000. So the Navy paid 90% of it. So I only pay 10%, so $5,000 to get my second master. Only that I think it's somewhat worth it. Based on what I learned from it, if nobody's paying for it, it's definitely not worth the money. to go into a private harp. I know she could. Okay. Is that decent money? Be a private instructor? What's up, Brian? How's Jacksonville? Brian has become a regular. Very niche instrument, not a lot of hub. Okay. Does she play harpoon? The harp? Not harpoon. Does she play like at home for her enjoyment? Or she only practice or play in the concert? Like, do you get to enjoy someone just play very nice harpoon, harp in the house, or just a nice melody that just marinate in the air, you do whatever task you. Out here fishing. What's up, Kumi? Kumi, are you in chat? Kabaho.
How you doing, man?
What's up, Bryce?
Nothing much.
Seeing you and wow.
Yeah, I've been rather busy, but I was on, so you hop in. Figured I'd say hi.
What's the latest in the world?
Just working. Oh, they sent me back to school, so that's rather disappointing, but
What school?
that's what it is. Not at school, just like training, on the job training. Yeah. Anyway, what have you been doing?
Fine.
Yeah,
Have
that
you
sounds
play?
nice.
Have you play Expedition?
No, I don't believe I have.
Oh, do you play games?
Yeah, I do. It's just the same reason I ain't been on. I've been rather busy recently. Is it, it's Claire, what's the full name of it? Because I think I might have heard of it.
Yeah, Clara Obscure.
Yeah, it came out recently, didn't it?
Last year. It won Game of the Year and Punch Out.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I ain't played it yet. Well, how much does it cost, actually? Because Hang on.
I bought it full price, $50.
Oh yeah, that is quite a pretty penny right now.
Bro, it's not like $60 as typical AAA
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. I just wait till the Steam deals come out. Oh yeah, it looks nice. I'm looking at the like gameplay pictures on Google.
Do you like turn-based RPG? Like Final Fantasy, Pokemon?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I might watch something of it, see if it interests me, but yeah.
So
Let's
for
semester
me,
sale.
it had two things going. The story is incredible. So it definitely let you ponder it in the so yeah, if the gameplay is not your thing, then at least read the story or watch the story. But for me, the gameplay was also incredible.
Oh yeah.
Because I grew up in the turn-based RPG, and it like pretty much scratch every itch that is to scratch and more. So
yeah.
and they have
I
some.
can see what you mean. Just for some people. How you doing, Kumi?
What?
Anything new, Kumi?
I mean, I'm back from my trip. I just woke up hours ago.
Where did you go?
Dollywood.
What was in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I had 1 hour of sleep.
That much fun.
Yeah. Like, so I slept 11 hours today.
Oh, that's good. I can't every time I oversleep, I headache. Come from. Maybe it's from me not breathing correctly.
Maybe.
You breathe through your mouth?
Well, I don't know, but my wife say.
They have those like it's not like tape, but like it goes over your mouth while you're breathing. I mean, I would never do it because I feel like I get a clogged nose, but you may look into it.
Yeah, the nose sticker. I haven't tried those. I think it's mildly effective. But I think my dentist has them hard.
Oh shoot, you're in the call. Welcome in, Shoxy.
Yeah. You.
Up, Tyler.
I'm just dizzy right now. If I oversleep, that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Kumi, are you drawing right now? Or Bryce, are you drawing?
No, I'm doing homework for this class.
Homework?
Yeah, I know. I wish I never had to do it again, but...
Okay, so what exactly is your job? What exactly?
Well, I hired on to be a conductor, but seniority-wise, I'll probably be like a brakeman. You're working into a train yard.
Oh, gotcha. So I
Yeah, I got
don't
screwed.
know about these. Um, is a train business like
Yeah,
a
union.
dying business,
Oh
or
no,
it's just
not at all.
not at all? Okay,
Yeah, tons of shipments and stuff.
gotcha.
Like hanging out with us. Yeah, my boom mic's broken at the moment too. I'm just using my headset. So if you're doing a lot of training, I take it you haven't traveled much yet.
So eventually you'll become a conductor.
Yeah, when I can hold the position, like like I said, it's a seniority based business. So right when I mark up in 13 weeks, I will be allowed to be a conductor like immediately. But I got screwed in a class of 60 people. I'm like 53rd on the list, so it'll probably be a few months to a few years before I can actually hold that position.
So that means you're gonna ride trains, drive
Yeah,
trains across the country.
ride them and fix them, not across the country, just in a zone. So my zone is basically all of Nebraska. Zone 100. But yeah. They do, like, Union Pacific is, what is it? Basically just split, I don't know. Oh shoot, sorry, yeah, Union Pacific is a good chunk of the country, but we don't go east, pretty much past Nebraska. Oh yeah, it's a very great career.
So are you doing a lot of train rides now? What train driving?
No, I'm just sitting in the classroom for like freaking 10 hours and then doing homework.
Do they teach you how the train function?
Yeah, well, like they're teaching us how signals work and how air brakes and stuff of that matter work right now. And then I think in a week I'm gonna go out to Utah because I got screwed again, and do work out in Utah for 2 weeks.
Why you keep saying you get screwed?
Well, so because I have such low seniority, and they needed to send 10 people out from my location, and obviously I didn't want to drive 8 hours, and stay there for 2 weeks. But since my seniority was so low, that I was the one forced out, since not everyone wanted to go. It's not a big problem. It's really just me complaining and nitpicking.
Yeah, like in the Navy, every opportunity is the double-edged sword.
Yeah.
So always embrace the opportunity that you have.
Yeah, because I will be getting paid good.
A lot of things is also your think it sucks, but if you think it opportunity for more, it's unsub.
Yeah. Yes, sir, Jaxie.
Oh. Career action. So then, how come like nobody talks about it? Is it just like one of those less known career? Like I don't think I ever talked to anybody that say like I want to be a train conductor one day.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I grew up like with engineers and conductors in the family, so I mean, I've always heard about it, but
Oh, gotcha.
you do hear that not many people hear about it, and it's kind of odd. Yeah, very long and very demanding hours. And traveling,
no,
yes.
but yes, long demanding hours and stuff also all the time.
Yeah, like if you have a family, it's a pretty hard job to do.
How does that compare to like airplane pilots?
I'm pretty sure they're. Well, obviously, I haven't worked as an airplane pilot yet, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty much the same or similar. Yeah, what he said.
But trucking career also pretty. Yeah, I do know of truck driver.
Yeah. It's if you're willing to be away from all that such, then like family, friends, and not have a schedule, then it makes it a really good job. But sorry if I sound very not inconsistent in unintelligent right now. I'm trying to think and do my homework at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Then gotcha.
I mean, also though, with the flying thing, like if you're a pilot, you're a pilot. Like I said earlier, after I mark up, I could be a brakeman, a conductor, uh, a switch operator, all that stuff. And so, if you want to have the pay and not go out on the road, and not like see your family every night, then you can stay in the yard. It's just more demanding labor, so it just depends on how you want your life to be based around, I guess. Side note.
The reverend. I'm making you laugh.
I gotta see what it is.
Oh. Oh. Do you talk about this one right now? There's a one more perfect one.
He's got a screenshot tool ready.
Ready. Oh, it's the one that the basketball.
I'm gonna have to mute for a second the
Mhm.
sound video.
Mhm. Yeah, this one. This looks well funny. Screenshot it. There was 3 ads per can see the video to share. What is you doing with so many ads? So many ads. Go. Okay, edit forward. So it's for this. Is this mic that you're gonna set it up now, or it's waiting? It's just the arm you lift it. Oh, gotcha. Arm. Hmm. Are you setting up right now? Didn't clean my desk before I left town. Big regret. It coming back to a mess. Something I definitely could have done better myself. Paint doesn't match. Why it's different shape? Oh, nice. What are you drawing? What will I drawing? Nice. I never get hold of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Once in a while, actually, I just watch some YouTube videos. Just some best moment. I'm usually I usually watch a lot more from Better Call Saul. How to recognize the IEDs. Walter, why your favorite character from the show? Just so short on YouTube should be amazing. I hope to be as good as. Thank you, Scott. But you're here. What's your quizzes? Crazy. Good? Hope so. Double whammy. Don't like the idea that it's a possibility, but yeah, I'm pretty sure like people working in the post office recognize. Oh yeah, I mean it's not ARPG. JRPG stands for Japanese. Or I think it's Union or Stop Chainsaw Man. What time is it for you? It's 2:40 afternoon. PM. Oh, 9 PM. Do you live in Europe? How's Germany? My only experience with Germany, we went to a Baltic cruise. Went on a Baltic. Not Berlin. Shout out, please. Easy the Eddie. Driving easy. Yeah, it is concerning. Tony. The afternoon for me. Also, usually I do daytime streams on the weekend. It's not an unusual schedule. Good to have you here. What's the most the yeah? What's the likelihood of you passing? Also, sometimes people say that just so want to make sure you actually apply good effort. Usually, if you usually the first one is the real one, then you failed, and then you get to other ones. Often they just let you pass unless like both you and Bryce and you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was on the call. No, yeah, on the effort thing, it's like we've got all of our, because they put us in a hotel for 2 weeks. If we moved more than 300 miles, And so all but 3 of our guys are in this hotel, and we're just going like right after class. We go to the hotel lobby and just work on the crap till like 10 at night, and then go to bed and do it again.
You can update the train
Yeah.
symbol, train date, and your service center.
I mean, yeah, it's not makes sense. Yeah, it's not super like difficult on like 90% of the things, but it's like 1% that's just like they're nitpicky on the wording and stuff.
These buttons are also available throughout clicking through. Use the triangle to go back to screen.
I'm working out of a truck more than a hotel. 14 weeks. After 14 weeks, I'll mark up, and then I'm on my own. And then I have 60 days. If I make a single mistake in those 60 days, they'll fire me. And after those 60 days, the union can adopt me.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's not 14 weeks of classroom training. They do like 2 weeks of classroom training, and then like I'm getting sent down to Utah for my OST, which is like a yard training. And then I'm coming back up for another 2 weeks, and then I'm going out in the yard for 2 weeks for conductor training, which is like on the road, fixing the trains and all that stuff. And then 2 weeks of classroom training again, and then 4 weeks of remote control operator. I don't remember. RCO, yeah, remote control operator training. So it's more like 6 weeks of actual classroom training. But they're paying me for it, so I don't care.
Yeah. So after you made it, you say 2 months of no mistakes?
60 days. So
60.
yeah, 2 months.
Then after that, like your official, that's gonna be your career.
Yeah, well, so technically as of Monday when I started training, I was technically hired by Union Pacific. After my 14 weeks of training, I'll be marked up and on an active board for Union Pacific, and after 60 days from the end of my 14 weeks, so after 60 days from I mark up, then the union can like protect me in case they want to fire me and such. So my career technically started Monday. It's just very flimsy, like they can get rid of me whenever they want.
Like this is like the career that you think you will until you retire.
Oh, I mean, you could 100%. I have no plan on doing that.
Oh.
Just because I want to be a pilot. But yes, they've got great retirement. I mean, yeah, it's a very good career. It's just not what I want to do, you know?
So what's your plan? How long are you gonna stay here
3 to 4 years.
while you're getting a pilot license?
Yeah, I'll probably do my ground training. Ground training at the end of my second year. Yeah, became a very good career, but true Bryce. This is very solid and true. Yeah, that too. Especially because they're such a similar work life. But yeah, I'll be probably start my ground school. Is that what it's called? It's ground school or ground training. I don't remember, but I'll probably start that the end of my first 2 years. Then that way it's not like expired by the time I leave. So I can just head straight to the flight school I want to do. Right now, it's just school, though. Don't think I ever studied in my life, so it's a new
Never.
experience. Never.
I mean, be a pilot, you have to also go through a lot of school
Yeah.
training too.
Yeah. It's not something like I hate doing. It's just something I wouldn't prefer. But it's a lot better than having it like someone telling you to study while I'm in school. Because I mean, at least I'm getting paid now. And I'm also like, people are respectful. There's no power tripping. I mean, you know, you're dealing with humans.
Yeah.
I think that's what mostly makes schooling miserable for a lot of people.
I just think
Actually, work
Yeah.
sent a notification to the certain company. Thank you for completing this deal. Click update room this week. Welcome to mobile work orders simulated dynamic tunnel. Mobile work uses a feature of simulated dynamic tunnel to enable customers to expedite missing projects. Let's take a look. Typically, cutoffs are set around the customer has come to the car ready to training process. Sometimes customers estimate the time, and sometimes they don't, causing users to have to take time to document while working on the whole. If you arrive at the user and report to the first meeting, cutoff time for that customer is reset to the time.
Yeah.
Drink it. I really didn't realize that the mic attachment is very thread
Automatically schedule.
box.
Thank you for completing this. Click update learning history report.
Yeah, definitely.
Later when realize you didn't.
Second update changes. This tutorial will introduce you and how to set up your custom system. Let's begin. Work order provides the ability to report industry growth. Complete the work order in the serving order page once it is set. The serving order is made up of work item cards which tell you the type of work, where it needs to be completed, as well as other work item information. For accessing your serving order,
Dubious.
Talk to y'all later. I'm gonna head off.
Good advice. Good one.
See ya. You too.
Johnny. Good Johnny. You up to Tyler? You still with it on?
Hello. Check, check. 1, 2. Yeah, sorry I missed Bryce. If you're still listening in the background, Bryce, I hope you're doing well. It was good to chit chat via text at least.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like you're about getting there. How much are you gonna detail in all the shadows and stuff?
I want to. I think basically it's just this session. Plan on the session. But right now, also I'm
Yeah,
still
like
not.
in all those darker areas.
Also, I'm not.
Yeah, it looks good though. I mean, you can clearly read who the character is and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's the most important part to begin with, right?
I think I definitely captured that French look. So this is my favorite ink hairstyle of her.
Yeah, I used the short hair a lot too. I think that towards the end, once I unlocked like the actual, oh my god, what's her name in the real world? I keep forgetting.
Alicia.
Alicia. Yeah, once I unlocked Alicia, I think I used her hairstyle a fair bit too. But
The white one.
I bounced between the long Alicia hair and the short Mael hair. Always white though. It was always white.
Wait, there's a what hair?
There sure is. You didn't find it?
So okay, so I'm gonna ask you, like, when you go 100%, like, for strategy, do you actually like go through a game guide and then?
Not
Okay.
initially. Not initially, no. What I did was after the first playthrough, and then after I loaded back in and did the second ending to see the second ending.
Yeah.
At that point, I then looked at the achievements that I was missing.
Yeah.
And at that point, like if I didn't have an idea of like, okay, I need to go do this thing and that thing. If I didn't know where to go at that point, then I looked at like a guide to be like, okay, how do I complete this achievement? But there wasn't many left by the time I finished, because I mean we've talked about this before. Like the way I play is like in these types of games is I do all the side content while I'm doing the main story, and I'm constantly exploring. So like I'll stumble into stuff that I didn't even know was achievements, you know? So like I'll look back at the achievements and be like, oh, I don't even remember doing that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like some of the, what are they called? The journal entries. Like I was referring to them as memory fragments before, but I'm confusing that with Crimson Desert. Like the journal entries, like I think there was 3 that I was missing after I played through initially, like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And so like those, it's like you have no idea where those are at necessarily. So those I would look up and be like, okay, I'm missing this number and that number. Where do I go collect those?
Yeah, right now I feel like a little bit lost and motivated to finish. Like, I know there are things that I do want to see. I completely missed the clear side quest.
Yeah, you definitely need to do that.
Then Nune's parents side quest, I think that's another big one.
That's a very big emotional beat too. That's tied directly. Yeah, all of the character stuff is essential. You need to definitely do those. You'll enjoy them too because they're like lore heavy, they're story heavy, they're
But like
impactful. Like
I don't know like
in that
what
respect.
where to find them other than look up again.
Yeah. I mean, and if you want to like keep the novelty of it and not be spoiled, I would just you can look it up, and I would say start with like a written guide first, because then you can kind of control what's revealed to you,
Yeah.
as opposed to videos which might like jump around and like show you stuff you don't want to see yet.
Yeah.
But the Luna one, it starts in the desert area. Well, actually, I should rephrase that. I don't know if it starts there, but that's where like it all takes place, is in that desert area. I think, if I remember correctly, it's been so long now, but if I remember correctly, all the character ones, they unlock through conversations at the camp. And this is probably something I should have told you from the get-go. I might have said it once, like when you first started playing, but I should have really drove it home. When you go to the camp, I don't know how often you went to the camp and how much time you spent there, but and the game only tells you like once or twice, like, and reminds you, but like always exhaust all of the conversations at the camp. Even when you think you're done, you're like, okay, I've talked to everybody in the camp, I can go back to the game now. No, go talk to everybody again, because new conversations probably unlocked.
Okay. So yeah, I know that to increase the relationship.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure their side quests are all tied to those conversations.
Yeah, I did have a side quest with Luna where she talked about her parents. But the thing is, like, after, so I mean, in the conversation they will talk about the location.
Yeah.
But then, like, there's no usually a game like a side quest, you can mark it.
But there's no markers. Yeah,
there's no markers.
Yeah, I forget exactly how you continue it. It's going to a certain spot that triggers a cutscene, and then there's I'm not gonna say any more than that. But there's more to it than that, and there's more that happens then, of course, as a result of that.
So basically,
yeah, that's the extent of it.
So the thing I'm aware of that I haven't done, Nune's parents, Clea. Also, I read, like, if you go back to Love's burial site, there's like an optional boss there.
I don't think there's a boss there, but there's a cutscene.
Cutscene.
I don't. Maybe there is a boss, and I just don't remember it. But yeah, there's a very nice cutscene.
So those are the things.
But there is an optional boss. I haven't heard you talk about it, but like the boss, the boss of all bosses, I haven't heard you talk about.
There's an optional D boss.
Yeah, like the hardest boss in the game is something you can completely miss.
Oh, the hardest. So I'm talking about like lore focus.
This is lore too.
Oh, this is lore too. Okay.
Yeah. You remember when you go to it's when you're on your way to the mansion the first or second time. It's when you fight Renoir outside the mansion.
Yeah.
Your party gets split up, and then you go to the mansion and you fight Gustav, and that's when there's that big reveal with Verso being his son and everything.
Yeah.
On your way to that, in that area, like there's conversations happening about, oh my god, who killed all of these beings, right? And there's like giant swords in the ground all over. It's related to that, and I'm not going to say anymore.
Okay.
If you want to know where to find the guy, I'll tell you where to find him, but it's one of those things that it's really, really nice to experience blind the first time, especially when you think you're incredibly overpowered.
The thing that I hated the most.
Don't go the instant nuke route the first time.
I still
make sure you create a save point first.
I still get demolished. Like the Gesture Village chief.
Oh yeah, that guy was a pain, wasn't he?
So because
the chief.
Yeah, the chief, because I didn't actually get Mael's best weapon.
Yeah.
So I went back to fight that chief. With you have to beat it with Mael, then you can get Mael's best weapon.
Right.
I probably spent like 6 hours just fighting that
That
because
sounds about right.
because I mean stats wise I was not ready.
Yeah.
But I just refused to go level up. So so my strategy was just apply burn and then just counter.
Yeah. And those counters were like so tight on that boss.
Especially when she became rage. That
Yep.
like I after like 6 hours of practice, like I've got pretty good at counter her normal mode. That was pretty good at. But as soon as she become rage, like there was, I felt, and the things I have the second life picto as well, so I get 2 chances. As soon as she become enraged, and I just get demolished.
Yep, I've been there. See, I was lucky enough to fight her the first time with Mael, so I got the sword really early.
But well, first time I just skipped it. So you got the Mael sword when I think what
During
I
the
read
story.
was if you fought CL with Mael, like the tournament.
I don't think it was CL. It was another boss fight there, if I remember right. Maybe
was another
maybe it was
boss
CL. Maybe I don't know. Like I said, it's all a blur. But yeah, I didn't have to fight the chief right away to get the weapon. Is all I was saying. So like I did once I heard that fight was tough. I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot, and I was like a good portion through the game, right? And she still wrecked me. I didn't go back and fight her until like the very end.
So did you fight her with your stats ready?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. I was overtuned for the fight.
Okay. And there definitely is still like many bosses in the on the world map that can still one-shot me.
So you didn't fight the giant in the water yet then, or you did?
So I got the cheaters picto. That's the one.
Is that the one that drops the cheater?
Yeah, there's one in the water because you could get it as soon as you unlock a skier's swimming ability. That's when you can get that picto if you're strong enough to defeat the boss. That's why most people had the cheaters picto when they play second half of the game. I just didn't get it.
Yeah, see, I had that relatively early too. Like your experience with the gestural chief was my experience with that big boss in the water. Yeah. Like as soon as I found him, I was hell bent on beating him because it wasn't really that hard of a fight because it was super repetitive. Yeah. It was the same attacks over and over and over. And I was like, okay, I can do this, even though I'm under leveled. I can do this.
Yeah, yeah.
And it did. It took hours. It literally, even like the fight itself, like the actual successful fight. Yeah. Because I was so under leveled, like that fight took 30 minutes. The successful fight took 30 minutes. But prior to getting to that point, I had spent hours on that boss.
So you had
the other annoying one. The other annoying one was the flying dragon. That one was super annoying.
I tried that one. Like, annihilated. So I see there's a casino. I don't.
It's fun to see, but there's not a lot of content there. No, like you don't even go in the casino.
Oh.
But there's like a little I guess you can call it a puzzle. It's just a question and answer thing. If you answer correctly, you get something at the door. He'll give you something at the door. Like a picto or a lumina or something like that. Or maybe a weapon, I don't remember. Yeah, I was actually kind of disappointed that there wasn't any content in the casino itself. 'Cause that's a cool area.
Oh, the endless tower.
Yeah, that's just a boss rush. It's just where you can like test out your builds and stuff. If you complete it, there's a reward, but and that's kind of story related. That's kind of clear related, but it's not like crucial. But it's fun to do it at least once. You go through and fight all the old bosses that you fought before.
But how many of them? I was.
There's actually a fair number. Maybe let me look. I don't remember off the top of my head, but there's a good number of them. Like 12 of them, I think. Or there's 12. There's 12 levels, and then each level has like 3 fights. Or
Three
something.
fights, yeah. Okay. I think I stopped around 5 or 6. It's like the main
33. So there's 11 stages and 33 total trials.
It's the main stats come from high level picto. Like that's where majority.
I mean, that's where most of your damage comes from. Yeah, is from combining those high powered pictos.
Because I feel like right now on level 60, I feel like this, like my leveling, not doing.
Yeah, at a certain point, there's diminishing returns.
So then basically,
I mean, it's not to say that they don't matter. It's just there's diminishing returns on them.
So basically, in order to get like much stronger, high level.
Yeah. Yeah, it was at a certain point. Obviously, the levels are important, and like moving. I don't know how much you respect, but like depending on the weapon you're using and the build that you're trying to run, you move your skill points around to get.
So right
like
now,
the meta build.
Like my character is at the point where whatever the weapon specs that scale with the stats, both of my stats are like max
Capped out.
Yeah, capped out.
Yeah.
So,
And then, it depends on which weapons you're using. So, like, because in some cases, like, and again, it all depends on the type of build and play style you're going for. Because there's no wrong way to do it, as you know, because you played through the game. But there's certain weapons and certain setups and play styles that have the potential to do more damage, like as far as like really pushing the damage numbers. And so if you get those weapons, a lot of them are like the way that their points are spec'd out.
Yeah.
You can then also max out like the default melee damage that you do as well. So you can do the spec'd stats for the weapon, and then also dump the rest into whatever like the actual physical damage. I forget what the stat categories are. But you know what I mean, right? Yeah, might. Yeah, exactly. So let's say the weapon is like luck based and health based or something, or luck and defense. Like normally you wouldn't put any points into defense, right? Because that's like, why would I put points into defense in order to increase damage? But if the weapon calls for it, you dump all your points into defense and luck, and then all your remaining points into your might, and you're gonna continue stacking the damage that way.
So you say you did the 2 NG plus 3 G plus?
I did like 3 or more. I forget. I did like 3 or 4 of them.
Because
it took 2 to do all of the 100%, I think. Maybe not.
Oh.
I think maybe once I reloaded and did the other ending, I think all I had to do was go back and collect stuff. I'm not entirely sure now that I think about it. But yeah, I did several playthroughs. But they go really fast. Because you keep all your stats and stuff. You keep everything that isn't tied to the story.
Okay, got it. So you keep the levels too?
Yeah, you're God mode from the very beginning. So if you want to know what Gustav is like with like all of his gear kitted out, like you can get there. Start a new game plus.
So good stuff when you start a NG plus, it will basically was whatever stuff was left off. That level. Okay.
Yeah. And then I think you can like reallocate the points and stuff, and then you have all those pictos and everything too, right? So then you can like move them over to him.
Oh, okay.
It's not like you get any. It's not like you unlock any new skills for him or anything. But like all the pictos and stuff you've picked up, like you can move them all over to him and see how he plays. But yeah, like the after you finish the game, when you're that powerful, you can just literally beeline just to the story beats, like just to the story locations that you have to do, and just steamroll through the game, and then go do the fights that you want to do just for fun. But yeah, you can replay the game really, really fast in New Game Plus.
Yeah, the only thing I hated most was that boss that like you only can counter.
The bouncing head.
That's the bouncing head. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I'd have no idea what was going on. Like, why couldn't I take a turn?
It's such a meme. It's such a meme. It's the only reason it's in the game is just for all those YouTube clips of people going, "What the heck is happening? When do I get to go?"
Yeah. And you killed all the poo tanks.
Yeah.
I only killed like 2 poo. Everyone.
Some of those are super annoying because they were buggy early on.
Oh,
you couldn't get them to go to their they wouldn't path. They wouldn't path correctly to that portal thing, whatever. Yeah. And so you had to like, oh my gosh, I remember some of those. It was like, oh my, it's right there. Just go to it. And they would like teleport behind you, like they'd run behind you, and it's like, why?
Did you try to turn up like all the difficulty level to max?
Well, early on there were no. So like you had to use mods to make it difficult. It wasn't until like the third playthrough that they finally added. By the time I got to the third playthrough, I should say.
Oh, somebody also
they added
told
the
me
difficulties.
there's DLC content.
I saw Area 51 say that, but I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, you don't? There is none?
Well,
So
there's
far.
no like official DLC that I'm aware of, but when I saw that comment, because I did watch through the VOD really quick, while I was out in Boulder, and so I Googled it, and Google said something about it, but I was like, was that DLC or was that just like something that was like added later? Like, let me look for it again.
Steam, there's no official deal.
Yeah, no, there's no like actual DLC. But the way they described it was like, oh, it was like a shadow update. Like they added it secretly. And I was like, what? But what they're talking about, Verso's drafts, like that's a thing I'm already aware of. I don't like that was already in the game.
What do you
Because
mean
when you
versus
Google it,
draft?
that's what it comes up with. It says a surprise. When you Google it, it says received a free surprise thank you update, often referred to as a DLC, that adds challenging playable area located in the water near Lumiere. So, I mean, that right there doesn't sound familiar. Playable water near, but again, it's been so long I don't even remember. Like I'm hesitant. Like I could probably watch this video and see. Oh, no, it is a new area. Okay, so I'll have to get back in game and go experience this because it was pushed to mark and to celebrate them winning the Game of the Year award. So all it is just like a patch that like opened up a new location.
So do you think like if this game sets the standard, do you think what's the wild for me? Play finish Nier Automata?
I think so. I mean, Nier is just like it's one of those games that'll never age. Like people will talk about and play that game forever. It's a different kind of game though. Like they're just different games.
I did try to play Final Fantasy VII because I bought both of them. make and rebirth. I mean, I couldn't just.
Yeah, that happened to me. Like, I had like an itch a couple years ago. Several years ago now. I had an itch to play Final Fantasy. So, Square Enix had like a sale on Steam of everything, and so I bought all the new ones that I've never played, like 14 and
Oh, you bought
what is
all
it?
of them?
Yeah, like 13-2 Lightning
Yeah.
Returns or whatever. Because the last one I played was 13. And then I kind of like that gave me my fix, and I was like, okay, that's enough. And so I hadn't played anything since. So I never even played like the sequels to 13. So I bought all those and the new ones, and I haven't even installed them. So I feel you there. Maybe one of these days we'll get.
I do
we'll get
feel
to
like
it.
Final Fantasy is the stories need a cliche.
Yeah, they just like they're good for what they are, but like you said, like they're just one note. Like they're all the same essentially, with just different skins. Ragtag group of teenagers saves the world. Like, that's the plot of every Final Fantasy ever.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like I'm monopolizing your chat. Hello, Jasmine, and hello, Umika.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it's good to see. I was not aware of that Claire Obscure little extra Easter egg. So thanks for mentioning that, Area 51. I'll definitely have to check that out.
You 100% the.
No, goodness, no. And they speaking of updates, it is like I'm done for now. Like I'll revisit it when I'm like bored and just kind of want to roam around the world. But they did just release a new update a couple days ago while I was out of town, like on Friday or whatever, that added a bunch of new content and replayable content. It's like, oh man, like I don't have the time anymore to devote to this. Like I've already spent so much time.
Yeah. Were you
But it's cool
putting,
stuff. Like it's awesome.
all-nighters?
When I was playing that, yeah, dude, I was putting in a lot of time.
Yeah, because
Work has been really, really slow though.
I was like 300 hours in how many days? Like how?
Oh, several weeks. Yeah, several weeks. The game's been out for a while now. But
Like,
yeah, no, work was really, really slow. We had a bunch of time off, and
yeah, I'm only at like 70 hours. Expedition 3, and I thought
that sounds about right though. Yeah, because I think even to 100% it, I think I only had like 100 hours or something, right? I think that's what I said. But no, I'll probably jump back into Crimson Desert at some point, and it's one of those things that'll like be annoying because when I get back in, it'll be so different. It'll be like playing a whole different game. That's one thing that's like we all give these developers credit and praise them when they add all this bonus content and like are responsive and making changes. But then on the flip side, it's like if you take a break or if you finish the game early and then don't revisit it for a while, like sometimes you come back to it and it's like, what is this game? It's like learning the game all over again.
You think when the next big game come, your machine is still can handle?
As far as I know, like the stuff I'm looking forward to immediately, it should be fine. I'm gonna try and push this rig as long as I can because prices are just so ridiculous right now.
Because you're someone that you have to play at max. Well, at least
I don't have to, but that's the goal. Like if I'm gonna build a PC, like I build it to last, and so I'll go over the top when I build it. Yeah. And then I just don't have to worry about it for a couple years.
I'm talking about like if there's a game you want to play, but your PC right now can run at the let's say medium graphics.
No, I'll play. I'll drop the settings. I have no problem with that. Yeah. I mean, it depends though. Like if there's a game that I'm like super interested in, that I know that I'm gonna absolutely love for whatever reason,
Yeah.
and I want to play it as intended, like maybe I'll consider it, but I won't upgrade the PC just for that reason.
Yeah, I used to do. Pretty much every time I upgrade my PC, it's because there's a game I want to play, and I play at its
I mean,
good graphics.
I've made decisions like that before though, not necessarily with the PC, but like I bought a PS5 just for a single game.
Oh, speaking of
And a
that,
PS4 now that I think about it. I bought PS4 for the Last of Us,
yeah, that's what I was
Part
gonna ask.
and then I bought a
game.
PS5. I bought a PS5 for what did I buy the PS5 for? Oh, NCAA football. That was the dumbest purchase I've ever made.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't regret it, but it was like not necessary.
Do you know there's a console called Wii U?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bought that specifically to play Monster Hunter.
Was it worth it?
It was. I mean, I had 500 hours on that game.
Oh dang.
Yeah, but that's only the Wii U is good for.
Well, that game wasn't locked to a Wii U, so why did you choose the Wii U?
No, at the time, so that was Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. It was the first Monster Hunter game that is not on the portable, because the Monster Hunter is always on the PSP.
Okay.
And they also had like a PlayStation 2 Monster Hunter, but that's like just the same version as the PSP, but with the bigger screen. And then the Wii U version was the first one that's specifically designed on the console platform.
I see.
So yeah, so I bought that one. I mean, later on, Monster Hunter World, that was a PS. So that is the first like high graphic.
I see. Okay. I didn't realize there were multiple iterations of that game. I thought there was just the one.
Oh, there's.
Okay.
But I was gonna ask you, Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
I never played.
It's my favorite game of all time. Favorite series specifically of all time. I think they're amazing. I think the story is probably some of the best storytelling in video games.
And they have two.
Yeah, there's two.
In this.
And rumors that there may in fact be a third. I don't know how I feel about that. But I said the same thing when they announced the second one. I was like, oh, is it really necessary to do a second one? The first one was so good.
It's been better than like.
Yes, yeah. The Last of Us takes the cake for me. It's the best of the best. Now it's not for everybody. Like it's because it's trying to do, it's its own type of game, right? Like it's not an open world exploration game. It's a game on rails. It's
What does game on rails?
It just means you can't. It's not an open world, right? Like the type of exploring that you do, it's like confined to a path. So and it's not necessarily like super confined. Like it's not like you're literally just on a path. Like it's a large enough path that you can actually wander around and look for stuff and uncover stuff. Like the set pieces where the combat happens, like they're really well designed. The level design is really good. The combat, I really enjoy the combat. It's simple. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's simple.
Is that like first person shooter?
Really well. No, it's third person actually.
Third
person. Yeah.
But that it's kind of like BioShock. Play that game?
I suppose so. I've never actually played BioShock, but I know of the game. Yeah. But no, it's very story centric, very much the focus of the game is the story that's being told, and everything is in service of that. And that game just happened to like hit like right the first game. It just happened to hit at like the right time. You know, I had a young daughter and I had just moved, so I was seeing less of her, and you know, like life was just kind of like a mess. And so that game just hit at like the perfect time, and so it has like a really emotional resonance with me, being the whole, you know, father-daughter trope. But yeah, no, it's a very violent game. It's a very brutally real, like realist game. So it's not going to pull any punches in that regard. So some people, that's too much, you know, like it can get really, really, really adult themed. It's not something you're going to want to play with the kids in the room.
Gotcha.
Most likely.
If I already watched the TV show, think how much did I already
Well, if you've already seen like the reveals, you know, like the mic drop moments in the story, they won't hit quite as hard in the game. Like they didn't copy the game 1-to-1, and there's certain narrative bits that are left out of the show that exist in the game, and there's actually portions of the game that they just kind of like briefly touch on, and then in the show they get like 2 episodes.
Oh.
So yeah, there's different aspects to each of them. I enjoyed the show. I didn't really like the second season. Like it was fine, and I still love it because it's set in the world that I really enjoy. But I think the second game, for all of its faults, because it gets a lot of hate.
The second
for
game?
all of its, yeah, the second game does, because it's all political stuff. That's why people hate it. But there's some narrative choices that are made as well. Like when I played through it the first time, I'm not going to get into any spoilers, but when I played through it the first time, I got to a certain point in the game, halfway through, something happens, and I about threw my controller. I was like, no, please don't make me do this. Please don't make me do this. I don't want to do this. And I literally had to shut the console off, and I took a break from playing the game for a day, and I had to like mentally wrap my head around what I had to do for the next 20 hours. And I was like, oh god, here we go, I guess. This is what I'm doing for the next 20 hours.
That bad?
I mean, I was more or less fine with it, but like the gaming community online it was in an uproar. It was like, why did they do this? Why did they make this decision?
About the political stuff.
Well, it was tied to that, but it was more about like the design of the game itself, not like artistic design, but like the way the game was played. Like you play it from a certain way. I'm trying to dance around spoilers here. You play it a certain way, and from a certain okay, no, I'm not gonna say it. You play the game a certain way through half of the game, and then you basically start over for the second half of the game.
Oh.
Like it rips you from the story and says, now do this, and basically you're starting over. Because the narrative in the second game jumps all over the place. Like it's not like a straightforward A to B to C to D story. Like you go from A to B, and then you go from L to O, and then you go from C to E. And then about halfway through, you're like, now let's go do all of that, but different. And yeah, it's jarring. Which in the end, like all things considered, when it was, like I said, I'd still love these games. Like when it was all said and done and the game was over, I was like, okay, that sucked, and I wish they didn't do that. But I know why they did it. I get why they did it. It all serves the story. It all serves the narrative they're trying to tell. You know, and they felt you had to do it as the gamer and as the player. You had to go experience this, and it's like, okay, I get it. And also, like once you get into that point in the game, and you just accept, like, okay, this is what I have to do now. Like once you get over that, there's lots of fun gameplay. Like some of the best fight sequences and set pieces are in that latter portion of the game. Even if you don't want to be doing what you're doing, like I had some of the best fun in some of those fight sequences in that portion of the game.
How about God of War?
I played the first one, and then I've played some of it, yeah, just to put it simply. It's been a long time. I haven't played the latest ones, the one with the boy, the one with the son.
Wait,
Got it on the wish list though.
That's not the that's the only one. Yeah,
Oh no, God of War is old. Yeah, God
Oh,
of War is
so-
old. It goes back to like PS2, maybe PS3.
Oh, the
It's
one
old.
with the sun is the only one. Heard of.
Yeah, no, that's relatively new.
I think another that was similar was like right
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
I own that one because one summer when the kid was visiting all summer, she was in the middle of playing that, and she didn't want to bring her PlayStation with her, so I had to buy a copy of it on Steam so she could continue playing it all summer long. She absolutely loves it. And I enjoyed watching her play it. I haven't sat down and played it myself, and she hates me for it. She's like, you need to frickin' play it. I was like, I will someday. Someday. And honestly, I should do it because it's got kind of like this blend of sci-fi fantasy vibe that I'm constantly trying to dance around with this project. So I really should actually play some of it to kind of get inspiration and stuff. It's got a different vibe than what I'm going for. It's not quite as like dark and brutally real as I'm going for, but it's still, yeah, it could lend some influence maybe.
I only played. I thought it was.
Horizon Zero Dawn. There's two of those now, right?
I
Isn't
think
there two of those? Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm a little surprised. I just saw Rain comment on the server. I'm surprised he didn't jump in voice.
Oh, geez.
He must be out and about. Oh, he was replying to somebody in the tavern. What is this game you guys are constantly talking about in the tavern?
Clash Royale.
Oh, Clash Royale. Okay.
So that's the one that Ian Sahad are talking about.
Okay. Maybe they're talking about something different. I don't know. It looks a little bit different than what you guys are always showing.
Clash Royale. Yeah, my wife who.
Oh wait, they're not even talking about the game. Apparently they're beating their chests about their physical prowess. You know how they do. I think they're bragging about how fast they can run now.
Oh.
It's too funny.
They're working on.
I will be, yeah. Right now I've just been staring at these canvases for a little while. So I've had some. I'll give you the lowdown because no one else is actually hearing the voice, so it's not much of a spoiler. I've been holding on several things for a while because I wanted to just like drop these on you guys and surprise you. But I've got some character concepts that I've been working on for a while and just noodling away at over time. You know, like putting them away, forgetting about them, bringing them back out, seeing what my fresh eyes are looking at, and like tweaking things and building things as I go.
That's the
So I
one
was
that you've
gonna.
been.
Yeah, those are those little sneak peeks I've been showing you
Yeah.
because I've been wanting to share for a long time. I've been wanting to share, but I was like, no, I want to keep the
Yeah.
mystery, keep the suspense.
Yeah. Everyone.
But no, so like a couple of them are like they're ready. Like I'll slap on some like rough values just to so they look a little prettier. But like design wise and actual as like individual pieces of artwork, like they're clean enough to share. But they're just line art right now. One of them still needs some work. I don't know exactly what I want to do with it, but like the more I look at it, I'm like it's a little bit out of place now. So I'll tweak that later today when you're done with the stream because I hate like doing like work that requires like cognitive load, like thinking about stuff and analyzing why I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't tend to do that kind of stuff when I'm socializing with you guys. I like to do that, you know, just put the music on, turn the lights off, zone out. But yeah, so I'll work on that later. So right now I'm just kind of staring at it and like just kind of taking it in. And then I've got one more that I kind of noodled with in the hotel last night. I was like, you know what? Maybe I could whip something out quick today. So I might have a couple of things to work on tonight.
How did you work the hotel?
Oh man, so I haven't done this in a long time. You remember when I first joined? I don't know if you will. If you remember when I first joined, I was talking about this ebook reader that I have that I had just bought, like right when I started hanging out with you guys, right when I joined the server and stuff like that. It's one of those e-ink readers, like a Kindle, but you can actually draw on it and stuff. Like it comes with a stylus and a drawing app. So when I first got back into it, at that point, like when I was watching you, the only digital work I was doing then was on that thing. And so I finally I grabbed that out of the drawer. I haven't used it for anything other than reading for a long time, but I dragged that out of the desk drawer and took that with me and did some just like really rough sketches and stuff while I was in the hotel.
But the files that you do cannot transfer.
No, they have a proprietary file format.
You don't have an iPad?
I do not. I don't own any Apple products.
Oh. You have something against?
I do actually. I once had when the what were they called? The iPod Touch. Whenever the first it was the first iPod they made that had the touch screen. Right along the same times when the first iPhones were coming out, they did like the iPod Touches or whatever. I had one of those, and then once Android finally started like coming along and being a viable alternative, I ditched that, gave it to the kid, and I've been using Android ever since. I mean, I don't have anything against like a lot of the hardware that Apple does. Like what they do very, very well. I dislike closed ecosystems. That's my biggest beef with Apple. So that's why I don't have a Mac. That's why I prefer PC, is because I want more control over my stuff. Yeah. And the same thing goes for my phone. Like it's not so much the case now. Like I don't do a lot of customization now, but like back in the day, Android was so open, and because it was still new and like it wasn't really in a great place. Like honestly, iPhones were and to a large extent, like they're probably better in a lot of respects than a lot of Android phones, because there's a lot of crappy Android phones out there. but the whole point was like, especially early on, like you could get into the files, and you don't have to jailbreak anything and void your warranties. You could just go to the kernel level. Like if you knew what you were doing, you could strip away the code and get to the kernel level and make all sorts of changes to the operating system yourself. And I enjoyed the ability to do that.
Yeah, that
So-
was actually my my senior year project in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so at the time, the senior project, he actually did a face recognition to unlock the phone. That was
wow. Really early on, yeah.
yeah, that so basically we're thinking about the project was a face recognition project, but we were trying to find application for it. So I just thought about just use the unlock the phone. So in the presentation that we did, it was the application for the project was to unlock the phone. That was like way
Dang,
before
man.
before
You should have you should have patented that. And
No.
look where-
so we
You've
didn't
been rolling in
actually.
money.
So we didn't actually develop the facial recognition algorithm. So the algorithm was borrowed. Basically, we just programmed the interface.
Right.
Basically, use the camera, and then you take picture of the user's face, put in the database, and then make the phone recognize that is the. Yeah, at the time there was Android and Apple. So Apple want to become an Apple developer. I think $400 once to become their developer.
To get access to the
Yeah.
toolkit and everything.
Yeah, and Android is nothing. Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
brainer.
Yeah, but I'm not quite as vocal about Apple like I used to be. Like I used to be one of those like stupid internet guys that was always poo on Apple, right? Like I've obviously I'm gotten older and wiser and realized it's like, man, that it's fine. Like it's honestly it's fine. It's really good at what they're really good at what they do. And the products they make are, you know, obviously high quality, and especially their hardware. Like their hardware is like next to none.
Yeah, and I used to be a PC, that kind of spirit, that kind of guy. Yeah, I was some I don't know why. I think I just purchased my first Mac. I think it was just went to the mall, visited the Apple store. Then I purchased my first MacBook. Just the way the experience that you have using the Mac, like even you're not doing anything specific, you just like surfing on the watch videos. That experience is so nice. Then ever since laptop has always been MacBook. So even my desktop is always PC. But my laptop is always a MacBook.
Yeah, man, that's fair. That is valid. There's a reason they sell like hundreds of millions of units, you know?
Yeah, even I don't use it to do anything other than just like work.
You remember some of the old iMacs, like early 2000s, like the really early iMacs, the ones that had like those bubblegum plastic casings, that like bright blue and bright orange, and
Oh, the one in school.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
All the
They were
school
always in
had
schools.
good, yeah.
There was some I think he was an editor or a sound engineer or something. This was like early days of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
If I can dig up the video at some point, I'll have to share it. But someone did like this joke, and they always had the same commercials, right? White background, and a guy would walk out with a hoodie and jeans on and talk about how great the Mac is. Like all their advertisements were the same. Well, this guy tried to replicate that, but it was like a critique of the iMac.
Okay.
And it was just one of the funniest videos. I still to this day, I'm cracking up just thinking about it, because I was like, oh my god, man, preach, because everything you say is so true.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, you want to move a file from one location to another. Good luck. It's the only operating system I know that when you click and drag something, it doesn't actually move the thing. It just makes a copy of a link to the original file. On a PC, you can recover anything if you accidentally delete it. On a Mac, good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what this handle is on the back of this plastic case? It's so you can tie a chain to it and use it as a boat anchor.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
The
guess,
pra-
bro.
Yeah. There he is. There
Yeah,
he is.
y'all were talking about phones and stuff. I was like, shit, this conversation has nothing to do with me, so I might as well just wait it out.
How you doing, man?
Dude, I am doing phenomenal, actually. You know what just happened? I just got off dirt biking with some friends over at 8th Street. And I'm very,
Nice.
very angry because I'm like, I'm good, but I'm at the same time, it's like a little thing poking at me.
Mhm.
So I bought an old Nike shirt, you know, like a really old one. And the reason why I bought it is because, well, I like it was a limited release, you know. Let's just say it's a limited release. I don't really know what it is. And y'all know that I live over at Idaho. So I got it. It shipped from Parker, Colorado. It
Hey,
Parker, Colorado on April
I used to live
30th.
in Parker.
Then it went over to Denver. And then it went over here to Idaho, Boise, Idaho. And now it's in Billings, Montana.
What?
I wish I could be making this shit up. I'm sending a screenshot. I have no idea how this is making any sense.
I hate it when that happens, man. I don't have a lot of issues shipping, but I did just have a similar issue like that though with this mic arm that I was just talking about earlier. You weren't here, but it was supposed to be like guaranteed overnight on Thursday. It got to the distribution hub, the local distribution hub, and I was like, sweet. And then like the next day it never showed up and nothing updated. And the next day it never showed up and nothing updated. And then I had to leave town. And like it was like, where the heck did it go? It just like disappeared. And apparently it went somewhere else and then came back, and it was delivered yesterday, like in the middle of the day. And I had to like call family to come pick it up and bring it inside.
This is what I'm seeing on my eBay account. Like, look, so it went over to Salt Lake City, departed from Salt Lake City, went to like my distribution center here, and I literally know where it is. Like, I live like a mile.
Yeah, yeah.
Back to Salt Lake City, and now it's in Montana.
Who the hell knows, man? It's like a black box of magic mystery when you
Dude.
ship something.
And I was talking to a specific person in the server yesterday, and I was like, "There's no fucking way this is real. There's no way." I was like, "Dang." I don't know, dude. I was just like, it's just like the way he was wording it. I was like, there's no way.
So did you
Yeah, dude, that sucks.
you get some good leads or just wait?
I'm just gonna wait till it shows up. I'm gonna hit up the freaking seller, and if he doesn't hit me back, I low-key might just try and return it.
Well, I mean, at this point, I don't think anything's on him. Like, as long as the address is correct, there's nothing he can do.
I'm looking at my eBay account right now. Like I have my address on it. Like it literally says my address.
Yeah, so I don't. It's nothing he can do. That's once he ships it, it's out of his control.
Paid quickly, thanks. Yeah. Well, I just want it by the end of this month. Not month. I just want it by the end of this week.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll show up this week, man.
If it doesn't,
Gotta keep the hope alive.
Got it. Yeah, but
Oh, we got a new Nathan.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you the same thing. Are you gonna do a series of Expedition 33 drawings now?
Oh,
Or is this it?
that wasn't a plan.
just remember, I called the 2 million spot. You know who you gotta draw when you hit 2 million.
It's not Junior to center. Someone else. Wait, did you actually say Junior?
Yes.
Oh.
On the topic of Junior, the shirt that I bought, one of his old like Nike training camp short sleeve shirts, and I was so happy because I couldn't get my hands on it when you can originally buy it. And
what if at that time Junior is no longer relevant? Or is he always gonna be relevant in your heart?
He's always gonna be relevant.
in your heart of hearts.
In your heart of hearts.
I got it.
Hey, well, Rain's here. He can keep you company. I'm gonna go refill my coffee and step outside real quick. I'll be back, guys.
It's probably like 3 for you. I don't think that's healthy.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm finished. Oh, Rain, what's up?
So, there's not really much going on right now. I just got off dirt biking. I was pretty happy, and it's just like I'm buying a new helmet. I'm buying a Fox helmet. It's gonna cost like $150. I'm a little just disappointed at USPS for messing up my order. The dude I was talking to last night, it was just like, God dang. You know, it's like one of those stories that it's so hard to believe that like you might like manipulate yourself to think it's true. You know? It's just like okay. Kenan, this kid was like, oh yeah, nothing hurts. Like I get hit clean and like it's fine. Nothing hurts. This and that. And it's like I'm like a super ultimate fighting machine. And I'm like, what's a sprawl? Oh no! Oh, what is that? I was like, it's the thing that you do to stop a takedown. It's like, oh yeah, I knew what that was, man. I didn't know what the word was. It's like, then after that, like my friend was like, dude, I think that you're just fighting like tin cans or fighting like pillow fists that don't know how to fight. And he's like, yeah, that's right. That's true. So why is he like saying this stuff? Like it's a flex. It's like I'm drawing stuff a third grader can make. I'll acknowledge that, yeah. But like, you know, like I can still draw. I mean, like yeah. This is like, dude, I don't think it's work like that. I asked him what a neck bridge. Hold on. It was like, what's a neck bridge? Like, how do you work out your neck? It was like, what's that?
What's that? I think he's rage baiting.
I think he might be. Like, I'm actually convinced that he's rage baiting. I remember the first time I talked to him, I thought this guy was bullshitting. And then the second time I talked to him, it was like, yeah, this guy's definitely doing that now.
You get rage bait.
Kinda did. It literally, in his bio, it says, low-key, I'd kick your ass if you're hating on me for invalid reasons. Dude, this kid is like 15 years old. You know what? I'm gonna go back in time.
Is this guy from the server?
Yes.
Where I see?
Yeah, and it's just, I feel like I really want to do this. I want to go back in time and get my 15-year-old self, and then I'm going to put these two into a big hexagon, and then I'm just going to let them go at it. Like, I really want to see.
Yeah.
You know, when I was 15, I was an athlete. I was really going at it. My mom got me in like this little gym to box and kickbox, and I was doing the wrestling team for Boise High. Like, I was an athlete. So, you know, it might be a step up for him, but I just want to see it. I really just want to see it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I probably got rage baited a little too hard. I got rage baited hard.
So what was? Did you guys go anywhere with the conversation?
No, I did. Then my friend kind of took over, and literally just it was like he said that he could steadily run 15 to 20 miles per hour.
Oh,
And
that's the debate
yes.
Tyler was earlier.
Oh, and like no, that's like an Olympic runner type of speed. You don't run 15 miles per hour. This kid weighs 115 pounds. He's 5'11". Okay. You know, and he was like, when I'm pretty sure it was like me or my friend asked him like me at 15, you at 15, who's winning? He's like, it's like I guess it's on the freaking.
Wait, how did this conversation started?
Because I asked him if I could see some of his art.
Oh.
And I asked him again, why do you have "I'd beat your ass" in your bio?
Oh.
And like what do you do? And then I asked him if he fought. And then he was like, yeah, I got jumped by like 2 people, or like not 2 people. I got jumped by like 2 groups. One of them's 3 people, the other one's 5. And it's just like the how do I put it? Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Like, how can I put this? Either those people are toddlers and midgets, or you are a super soldier for Colombia or something. I don't know. They put like so much testosterone in your body that you can beat off a group of people of 5, which is not true. I need to go to the restroom.
I couldn't follow it.
All right, so can you get any other questions, or I feel like I might have cut you off in one of your questions.
Oh no. Just curious. Tyler say breeze through it and
Me neither. It's one of those type of combos. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man.
right.
Lots of chest thumping without 0 substance. What does that even mean, Tyler? You're using slang on me. It's kind of scary.
That is a millennial. Verbiage.
Millennial?
Millennial.
Millennial. I thought it was millennial.
Millennial, yeah.
Yeah, millennial. Yeah, well, I'm glad you found it amusing, Tyler. Thank you very much for giving me your input on it. Tyler is as old as time itself.
Big boys huff and puff. The big and tough with the keyboard.
Big boys buffing. Well, dude, anyone's big if you're 5'6", Tyler. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll buy you a plane ticket so we can go at it. You know, that sounds like something I would do. That sounds like something I would do. Tyler, how was your graduation thing yesterday? Why didn't I see your face? Like I was like,
You say you spotted him.
I knew someone in that crowd. It was that one. It was
That one.
It was that one. Oh, who is this bald dude on the right? Holy crap.
Does he have a beanie?
Yeah, actually, I see a girl that has a beanie and a hat.
Tyler, where?
I'm not gonna lie, your comment. You know what, Tyler? We could, like, pound for pound, who do you think's a better wrestler? Pound for pound, you know? Like your comment about you at 15 you were seen to that guy, I'd take that for myself.
Not gonna lie, your comment about you at 15 versus me at 15 to that guy, I'd take that bet myself at 15. What was the 15 comment? So it's you 15 versus him 15?
Yes. No. Sorry, I got an ad here. No idea what you said now. Def not me at 15. Me. Tyler's, you know, you're just a softie, Tyler. Well, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Remember that one time that I was like, oh, I'm gonna be scared, and then after that you were like, oh, you're such a softie, Rain. I wouldn't pay to see that hypothetical matchup.
So 15 versus 15?
Yeah.
Like you? 15? Versus Tyler?
Yeah, I don't know who he's talking about. It doesn't have to be good, just keep creating it like that. See, now I'm huffing and puffing, standing big in this camera loud. At 15, I was in my prime. Well, how can you say you're in your prime if you only did 1 year of wrestling? What was your like first year of wrestling record?
Excuse me.
Tyler, like, what was your record? I feel like you should remember. You should remember your record. Tyler, I think you might have dementia, dude. It's like I forget. I don't know. I could tell him something. He was like, "You said that?"
The thing I remember about my wrestling,
Eh,
I went to district both times. I started in June,
Beautiful.
qualified district both times. Actually, my senior year, I went to regional. I was someone who hated with passion.
Well,
But,
I liked wrestling. It was a way
I just hated it. It's like the toughest thing I've done in the senior year, because senior year is like everything is so chill, but I had to go to wrestling practice, finish the wrestling season. And the so like there's something in back of my mind is like, win or lose, I don't like, if I lose, I think it's just like someone give you a quick death. But I mean, I still give try my best, but still, like, I wouldn't be so sad if I some reason, even with that kind of attitude, I still made it to district both times. And then senior year I went to regional. I somehow won both matches. One thing it's really just Florida is probably not competitive wrestling area.
Yeah, Florida's really not known
Yeah.
for being a bastion of wrestling.
No, definitely not.
Brother, we gotta wrestle. I'm coming. I'm shipping you down here. We're wrestling.
No, man, I said hypothetical 15 year old on 15-year-old. I'd take that. Now, absolutely not.
You know what? We need the time machine. We need the alien gamma ray burst.
Yeah, that's right.
But you still need a pound for
Why don't you
pound,
ask AI? Why don't you ask
Yeah.
ChatGPT?
Let's ask. You wrestled at 100 pounds, right?
Oh.
103.
103.
Wow, 103. Did that light.
That
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
I bet them volleyball.
No, man, I
players
didn't
love
all of AAU, like youth AAU wrestling, I didn't have a loss. I didn't do a whole lot of competitive traveling though, like kids do now. I just wrestled in state. I didn't go out of state during AAU. But I didn't have a loss until I started actually wrestling in high school. And I had one loss, and then at the end of the year, and this is why I was like, I don't know, maybe I was 16, I couldn't remember.
Mhm.
When I actually quit. But I didn't. Yeah, I lost once during conference, so like the end of my freshman year, and then the 119, our 119 wrestler dropped to 103 for districts. Absolutely cut from 119 to 103. And he was still wrestling. He was like you complain about, Rain, like some of these fighters who fight like in the wrong weight class. This is what he did. So he was in the middle of cutting weight. So he was still like, his wrestling weight was probably like 115 at the time when we had wrestle offs for varsity positions for district. And that's one of those things where like you challenge the guy. It wasn't anything that like the coaches do or anything like that. Like if someone, because at that point in time he was our number 2 119, and he was good. Like he could have started for anybody, but for us he was the backup. And our 112 was a returning state champion, and so he didn't want to wrestle down to 112 and mess with that guy. So he was like, I'm gonna cut all the way to 103 for districts and try and make state at 103 because I was a freshman, he was a sophomore at the time. So anyway, yeah, his wrestling weight was probably 115, 116 at the time during our wrestle off, and I was like, you know, a $1.2, a $1.3, and he just friggin' manhandled me. And so he got the starting position for districts, and at that point, there's no more wrestle offs in the postseason. And so then the next year, like that's when I quit before we actually started the next year. We were in the middle of conditioning, like off-season conditioning. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on soccer. I probably would have wrestled 112 my sophomore year.
Okay. Well, I remember this one time that there was this thing that was going on after wrestling practice. And actually, hold on. First thing, I need to answer your question, Tyler, about who's winning Private for Prime. So it says during only lost during conference at 104. That sounds like a stud at the lowest weight classes. He probably went undefeated in dual/regular seasons and only dropped matches at the conference tournament, which is qualifier stat. Sectional regionals. So were you fast, technical, and scrappy?
Yeah, that's accurate. I wasn't a guy that did a lot of throwing. No.
For me, I like doing this one thing. The cement mixer was like probably my favorite move because I don't know, I had a pretty good arm. And also this one
I mean,
time,
the most throwing I did were fireman's carries, Rain. Like that's the most throwing I would do.
like one of my teachers had like a judo instruction class, and he taught me how to hip toss and taught me how to transition throughout the hip toss. I also tried out like a couple of different moves. Like I kind of experimented with this one time. It was kind of getting both your hands behind the person's back and then, or not back, the back of the head, and snapping down, kind of like a tie clinch.
Yeah.
It was just kind of for experimental value. I should probably still work on that. I need to get a wrestling mat though. The issue is that I need a bigger garage. Even though it's pretty big, I need another one. So Kenan, I need you as my contractor to come down over here and make me another garage.
Another garage.
Yes. In the backpack.
Gotta fly my. I can stay in Florida.
Hey. Fine. I'll just hire like 9 Mexicans. They'll get it done in a day.
My Oh yeah, you do speak. It's a one really good upside.
Born in Guadalajara.
And the construction, like for us, like we can't even steal the workers who work for my subs who don't speak Spanish.
Just like snapping them is like trabajo, tengo trabajo. Yes. ¿Cuánto dinero? 18 para cada hora. That's just like what you gotta say. Okay? How much you got this. You got this. Maybe if you pay me $5,000, I'll get you a bunch of Mexicans willing to work for you.
Really? Like actually.
Dang, that's quite the finder's fee.
That's a quite. I need good ones.
Dang! I got the best ones. I'll work for you. That's like.
Do you have 90 days satisfaction?
105.
How
about that? Dude, yesterday was so action-packed. Me and my friend went over to my friend's barbecue place, and then in the middle of he was working, his pops called him over. I was like, "Yo, come here," and they were talking for like 10 minutes. So even though me and my friend didn't work there, we started helping out, like just like delivering the food to the people's tables. And then when we went home, they dropped me and my friend off at my house, and then after that, because my friend lives not too far away, which is like right over there, and dude, he was like, like the second he saw me, he just gave me a big old hug. Alongside, we had like this little group hug thing. Turns out that bro, his girlfriend was crazy. His girlfriend was crazy, so he has to break up with her tomorrow. Or he told me I was gonna do that. Pretty cool.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off. Feel like crap today.
Oh my!
See.
All right, you know what? You are awesome. You know you're worth it.
Oh man, I just realized I was muted this whole time.
Uh oh.
Yeah, I'm on my like
Yeah, sorry to hear that, man.
first state of a cold. So usually you start with the ridiculous burning sore throat.
Ugh. Bummer.
I remember one time during this is like my last story before I probably head out as well. I'm hungry. I want to go get myself some Wendy's. During wrestling, this was like my first year during wrestling. I got a cold in the middle of Thanksgiving, so I was like, no, this isn't good. So I got my mom. She made me a bunch of chicken noodle soup. And then she accidentally bought an extra thing of ginger. So I just started eating it like it was an apple. And it got rid of all of the yucky, gross allergy stuff that I had. Yeah. I still didn't win city though. That was like in 8th grade. Anyway, man, I think I'm a dip. And go get a bunch of
No.
rest. You got
Bye.
this.
Good to hang out, guys.